It's Friday, October 24th. It's National Principals Month, celebrating our Beta Club and what's your teacher's pet peeves. All of this and more on this week's edition of The Stinger on Air. Good morning, Jackets. I'm Lily Floyd, and welcome back to The Stinger on Air. October is National Principals Month, which honors principals for their leadership and contributions to student success. So we wanted to thank our current interim principal for all she has done so far. Ava Patterson has more.
1, 2, 3, go!
Mary McTammany has been Buford High School's interim principal since August.
Coach, how's the form?
McTammany has made a few changes to make lunch better. Ag and Building and Construction have made some improvements so that you can enjoy lunch outside.
The senior class, and depending on how many students are on campus during lunch, possibly some juniors, will have the opportunity to eat lunch in our new and beautified courtyard area to enjoy some fresh air and some lunch. And so I thought that would be nice. Also, 26th of every month, give a student, one lucky senior wins a raffle prize that will be compiled of various gift cards and snacks and things to highlight and showcase a senior in the senior class.
McTammany says she wants to keep Buford's small town community vibe, but to also make sure students feel loved and supported. So she added new features to make sure students feel that support.
The visions I have for Buford High School is I want to continue to instill the small town community feel, but also make sure that students feel heard, feel loved, and respected. And with that, this year I've implemented the student pantry. And I've also started a clothing closet in which students will have opportunities to shop for various clothes for free, as well as get prom dresses in the spring and graduation attire if needed.
If you attend the football games, you'll notice her cheering in the crowds. She says her motto is,
"No one cares how much you know until they know how much you care." So with that motto, I want to encourage students that you only have one high school experience. I want people to know that I'm here for them and I'm on their level because we're all in this together.
For Stinger on Air, I'm Ava Patterson.
Thanks, Ava. McTammany was part of a faith-based community meeting held in the Buford community and organized by the school district's employee and community relations director, Rodney Graves. The meeting was an opportunity for district office personnel to share with faith leaders what's going on in the district, to get feedback from these leaders and discuss ways to collaborate.
Our school district is blessed to have great relationships with our churches. Here in Buford, or in Buford in particular, all three of the schools right here, when you talk to the principals, they say, we've got great partnerships, and we want to see that continue, and we want to see that grow.
Graves is organizing meetings like this across the district. Guidance recently hosted a new student check-in during flex time for all BHS transfer students this semester. This meeting was used as an opportunity for Guidance to check in with students and let them know that they care. The students played games like Buford Bingo to test their knowledge of the school. The winners of the game received t-shirts, and all students received goodie bags, which were provided by Guidance. This past Tuesday, 16 students from the BHS Choir traveled to Winthrop University to attend the SCMEA Northern Region Choir Clinic. They joined other schools from around the York and Lancaster County school districts. This clinic is used as an opportunity for choir students to come together with other schools and make music. The students learned 5 pieces of music in 8 hours, then went on to perform the pieces later in the day. This past weekend, Buford Beta Club leadership members traveled to Great Wolf Lodge to attend the yearly Leadership Summit. Michaela Oakley has the story.
Buford High School.
On Sunday, the BHS Beta Club's leadership team traveled to Concord, North Carolina to attend the Regional Leadership Summit. This summit is used as an opportunity for students to achieve their personal best through the 4 pillars: achievement, character, leadership, and service. Beta Club President Hannah Belk explains why she believes the summit builds character among the members.
You have to step outside of your comfort zone, and it really shows, like for me as a leader who went last year, I was the one developing my character, but now I have to help everyone else develop their character. The summit really helps develop your understanding of leadership, but it also takes a look into who you are on the inside.
The core principles for Beta leadership include growth, value, character, and connection. These principles encourage students to work on themselves while also forming bonds with each other, making the yearly summit an experience members can use for life. Beta Club Vice President Madison Edwards explained how this trip showcased the importance of connecting with others in and outside of the club.
For inside of the club, we connect just like we build bonds and build friendships. We work together really well, and then we're like, oh, we went on that trip, we had so much fun, or can't wait to go again with you, or stuff like that. But for outside of our club, we build relationships with people from all over our state, all over North Carolina, and then when we go to places like state and nationals, we're like, oh, I remember you, and you just make networking connections. It's really cool, and you get to talk to other clubs and make friends that you wouldn't make if you didn't get those opportunities.
However, the Leadership Summit isn't just for the Beta officers and advisors. It's for anyone who displays leadership qualities in their school's Beta Club. This year, the executive board members had the opportunity to experience the summit and everything it had to offer. Board member John Newton says that this trip not only taught him the importance of communication, but also developing time management skills.
We had 2 different activities going on at the same time, and I think we had 3 people that was working on the one activity was in the other. So it's like we had to get through this one, and get to the other one, which was like right there.
Although the summit began on Monday, the Beta Club has been preparing their competitions for weeks. They competed in all 5 events offered and qualified for nationals in all of them. But it wasn't just all on the leadership team. Beta advisors Brandy Richardson and Michael Bailey helped judge every submission, which allowed an inside perspective on how they would be judged. Whelan says she is thankful for their insight about what's expected, giving all 3 advisors a plan for the future.
We've got a plan. We're going to meet, with the 10th grade, 11th grade, and 12th grade, respectively, one of us with each group, and have everybody sign up. Whoever's going, we want them to sign up and participate. It's not about, oh, you got to do it, you got to make the best score. It's that you need to do it to build your self-efficacy.
For Stinger on Air, I'm Michaela Oakley.
Thanks, Michaela. On this edition of Beyond the Classroom, we meet a teacher who is outstanding in her field. And we mean literally outstanding in her field. Bella Davis has the story.
Welcome back to this week's Beyond the Classroom. Let's go meet our teacher. Olivia Sharp is in her 2nd year here at BHS. Let's go beyond her classroom.
So I realized I wanted to be a teacher later in life. I actually didn't really realize that I wanted to do anything in agriculture, be a teacher, until I was about 22. I went to school for ag business, and I just hey, this isn't really what I want to do. I really enjoy working with students. I've had the experience working at summer camp and stuff like that, and I love agriculture and I love working with students, so I decided to kind of combine the two, and that's how I decided. Yeah.
Although she was not raised in agriculture, she still made it her passion.
So I really didn't get into ag until I was on it, like I said, later in life. I didn't really realize I could even make that a career until I was about 20 years old when I decided to go back to school. I went to a small tech school in middle South Carolina, and I was doing diversified ag there, and that's when I found out about Abraham Baldwin Agricultural College and realized that I could actually, make a career out of it. I've always enjoyed working with my hands. I used to ride horses when I was younger and stuff like that. And that's kind of how I got into it, kind of fell into it.
Yeah. Within agricultural education, FFA is a huge part of students' lives. Sharp is not only an ag teacher, but also an FFA advisor.
I'd say that's probably, one of the best parts of the job is getting to take students and, they're so excited about things and getting to see them, go do contests and stuff like that they're so excited about. They take the initiative to learn all this stuff, and we ask them to do the absolute most. And even our officers can attest how much we ask them to do, and they step up to the plate, and it's awesome to see students, want to do those leadership roles, take initiative and stuff like that. So it's actually really rewarding, and I love being an FFA advisor.
For Stinger on Air, I'm Bella Davis.
Thanks, Bella. Turning to Jacket Sports, it's playoff time. Gavin Love has more.
Thanks, Lily. Fall sports will be coming to a close soon, and tonight is football's last home game, where all fall sports seniors will be recognized. This past Monday, volleyball finished the regular season against Indianland with set scores 25-16, 25-23, and 25-15. Wednesday night, the Jackets made quick work out of Lake City in their first round of playoff with set scores 25-6, 25-6, and 25-12. Standout performances included Jalen Larimore, who finished with 11 kills, and Abby Brazenton, who recorded 8. They will travel to Hampton County in round 2 of the playoffs. Last Saturday, cheer brought home another first place trophy at the Foxy Invitational. As fall sports wind down, the Jackets have given us a lot to cheer about, from the football team's final homestand to volleyball's playoff push and cheer's continued success. It's clear our athletes have left everything on the field and court. And congratulations to all the seniors. That's all for Jacket Sports. For Stinger on Air, I'm Gavin Love.
Guess what time it is?
It's time for Jacket Culture.
What's that smell?
Dude, I was sick this summer whenever we took senior pictures. I don't know what to do.
Don't worry, senior makeup pictures are on Thursday, October 30th, so you can make them up then.
Phew.
Isn't it crazy that we're at school during its 100th year?
Did you know that they're selling t-shirts?
Really?
You can buy a 100 Years of BHS t-shirt until October 29th for $12 using the QR code on the screen.
Beta Club is hosting their annual trunk or treat before the football game on Friday at 5 p.m.
The National Honor Society will also be selling hot dogs outside of the multipurpose building at the same time.
Next week, parent-teacher conferences will be on Thursday from 4:30 to 7.
The BHS Beta Club will be hosting their second annual turkey trot on November 22nd.
Today's the last day for you to enter the Model UN Boo Basket raffle.
This week you can enter a raffle to win a Halloween-themed Boo Basket to help support Model United Nations. It's $2 for each ticket or $5 for 3. You can see Mr. Bailey at lunch to purchase tickets, and the winner will be drawn today.
Well, that's all we got.
That's all for this week's Jacket Culture with Tabitha Thompson
and Katie Gunther.
Thanks, guys. Students tend to have a lot of pet peeves about their teachers, the most common one being the amount of work they assign. But do teachers have pet peeves about their students? We sent Noah Star to the street to find out.
Ever wonder what your teacher's pet peeve is? Well, today we took to the streets to find out.
What's something students do that you don't like?
I don't like when students pretend they need to go anywhere else besides my classroom when I just assign an assignment. They're like, I need to go to the bathroom or I need to go anywhere else besides just doing my work.
I don't like when they don't always do their best. They should always do their best.
When they talk out of turn in class.
They go 6, 7.
6, 7.
Go to the bathroom. And then they come back and say, can I go to the bathroom again? And that's it.
They walk up to you first thing with 15,000 questions.
Probably don't engage in thinking deeply about subjects and topics and how they connect and are relevant in life.
I don't like it when they don't do their work and then they end up in MASH.
Can we get a free day? I want to play basketball.
Not reading the information or directions we've posted and then asking what we're doing.
Put their head down on the desk. That's the worst thing you could do.
They look at me funny. They talk to me weird. I don't like what they're wearing. They come to school late sometimes, you know. I hate when students ask me the same question over and over again. That's really annoying. It's really annoying. Super annoying.
Well, that's all for this week's Sing on the Street with Noah Star.
Thanks, Noah. That's all for this week's Stinger on Air. If you liked this episode, make sure to like, comment, subscribe, and share. If you want to see us more often, be sure to visit our website as well as our Facebook and Instagram pages. For Stinger on Air, I'm Lily Floyd.